All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit about the Benton County Emergency Communications Trailer. This is the work we've done on it up to this point. We're going to do this in short videos because we want to be able to upload it rather easily. As you can see, when we first walk in the very back, we have a lot of our safety equipment here. Always mandatory carry a fire extinguisher, spare tire, absolutely. You'll find our breaker boxes and hookups. We have a little bit more work to do on that. Over here, we tend to keep pool noodles. Are really awesome for putting the safety onto the cords when you drop the back of the trailer down. So this was something that our friend taught us to do. We have a ton of them. We also use them to safety the guy wires whenever we put up antennas. It's a fantastic, cheap, genius idea. Of course, a broom because it gets super dirty in here with people walking in and out, and toolkit. All right, moving inside the trailer. This half of the trailer has just been built this year, so we've got a little bit of stuff in our cabinets that you probably don't want to see on video, but we keep a lot of our tools and equipment in the top cabinet. In the bottom cabinet, we actually have our air conditioning unit so that we have air conditioning in here. On this side of the trailer, we keep the county radios, so you'll see things like Moswin radios. The county radio is actually not in here at the moment, but all of the county radios will be mounted up here underneath these cabinets. We have cabinets for storage. You have no idea how much storage space you need. This table can collapse down, and if we keep it up, or if we collapse it all the way down, we can stack things in front of it. This is our brace for our telescoping mast, and also the square piece that goes up on top to hold the other end of a wire antenna. So everything on this side of the trailer is set up to be for the county usage. All right, moving up to the front, which I call my command center. We have places where we pin up information like the official copies of our licenses and things like that. Up here will also be my setup for running WebEOC, running the radio that I'll be running on. It'll all be set up here. Under this cabinet, we have our mobile repeater. We have the cans and the repeater itself, as well as the solar panels that go with our solar setup. You'll see the batteries over there underneath that cabinet for our solar setup. Moving over to this side, we have our cabinet. It does lock so that we can keep personal files in there if we need to. We have cabinets on this side. We keep all of our things like hazmat bags, additional equipment for when we are showing the trailer, because we have to set out decorations, we have to set out information for the public, so on and so forth. So on the cabinets on this side, up on the counter space, we have all of the amateur radio equipment is to go. We're going to be building a shelf underneath of there so that we can put the power supplies and things like that underneath and get them off the counter space. We found that you definitely need the counter space when you are actually running the radios and doing emergency communications operations. We were fortunate that we had a shelf specially installed, built and installed for our Bofang setup. Handhelds are used a lot on scene because whenever you walk away from the EMCOM trailer, you also want to be able to speak back to the EMCOM trailer. We are very happy with the FT991As from Yaesu. They are a shack-in-a-box essentially. They let you do VHF, UHF, HF, depending on which antennas you have. And in some cases, you have radios that have been Mars modded, which means they are fully unlocked and can operate on any and all frequencies if you have an authorized operator. We tend to keep everything that has to do with amateur radio on this side of the trailer. We find that keeping that separation between the county radios and the amateur radios is really good. And we do the same thing with the antennas up on top. We keep the amateur radio antennas towards the front of the trailer, and we keep the county antennas towards the back. Yeah, we'll do a closing one. So in closing, this is the setup that we have at the moment. We are constantly tweaking it and working with it. You see that we have some work to do. We've got some wires that we need to put back and hide. We're still running coax cables, which you'll see all around the top. Once we've got the coax all run, then we're going to go ahead and put in the rest of the trim boards. And we've got a few more small things that we need to correct. I can't say enough about the rig runners. These things are excellent for power hookups, especially if you're running multiple radios. Just watch how much power is going in and out of it, because otherwise you'll end up blowing a breaker. But otherwise, I'm pretty excited about the EMCOMM trailer. Benton County has a great asset, and I am really grateful to the volunteers who helped to run and build this trailer.